being present can make a number of amazing differences in our life. Everything from having a more relaxed, less stressful life, to the energy that we can put into things and the results that we get out of them. We become much more effective, we become much more centered, and a range of other benefits from being present. So we're going to look at a couple of very simple, short exercises to help you to get present in the moment that you're in and to reap all of those benefits. The first one is a short breathing exercise accompanied with a focus. If we consider the body the most physically sensitive places to sensation would be on the palm of the hands and on our area of our lips. So we're going to use the palm of the hands and do a simple breathing exercise to help you to become present in the moment that you're in. And we begin just by closing your eyes, sitting nice and comfortable in a chair with your palms face up, resting comfortably in your lap. And then we don't want to force anything. We just want to bring our attention to our breathing as we just breathe both in and out through our nose or nostrils, and just putting as much focus as you can. If the mind wanders, we don't want to make it wrong or get stressed. We just want to gently pull it back and focus on the breathing. So on your inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. In this particular technique, we're not rushing, we're not trying to force the breathing, we're just bringing our attention to it. And as we feel that we're getting some focus on that, we now want to shift the focus to whichever the hand that we use the most. And bring your attention to, as your palm is face up, to your palms, your fingers. As you bring your attention there, you'll notice that there's a lot of sensation. It could be tingling, could even be like a pulsating type feeling. We don't want to label it, we just want to bring our attention to feeling on the palm of your hand. Just bring all of your attention there. This is great because it brings the focus into one place. And one of the places we can bring focus is to feeling sensation. And because that's an area that we tend to feel things the most, by bringing our attention to the palm of the hand that you use the most, you can start to feel the sensations. And then what we want to do is we're going to count to 10. You can change it to 5, or if you have longer, you can change it to 20. And we're just going to take breaths as we focus on the palm. So we'll start with 1. Just feeling all the sensations. And 2. With each breath, you're just going to deepen, or each count, you're going to deepen your focus on just the palm of your hand. And then 3. Feeling the sensations. 4. 5. 6. You notice you're really sharpening now. Focus. 7. And with 8, you're really noticing how your focus is strengthening on those sensations. And 9. And then bring in as much focus as you can at this moment. Go to 10, just feeling the sensations. If you want to continue this, or you can just even do this anytime, anywhere that you are, you can count to 10, or you can stay and continue. Or at any time you can do that exercise. So you start by focusing on your breathing, in and out of the nose, and then you switch to the palm of your hand and just notice the sensations. Notice how, as you did that exercise, you felt those sensations more and more as you increased your focus on it and took more time to feel those sensations. In truth, those sensations are there all the time, but because our minds are somewhere else other than the moment that we're in, we don't feel them. And that exercise really demonstrates what can happen when we take our focus and really put it into whatever it is that we're doing. Also, that exercise will just simply sharpen your focus that you can then put onto the other things that you're doing. A second exercise to become more present, and this is something that you can do in conjunction with the other, or you can do it on its own. You can do either on its own. And it's before you engage in an activity, might be going for a walk or spending time with family, or it could be any activity that you're going to do. A great thing to do is to take a moment, either do the exercise that we just went through, or if you have less time, you can even just stop and take maybe 2 or 3 breaths, just again bringing the attention to your breathing through nostril breathing. Take 2 or 3 or 5 breaths, whatever you feel like you want to do. And then before you engage in the activity, you can ask this question, something that I do frequently. It's a great exercise. I ask, if this were the last thing that I were ever going to do, who would I be in it, or how would I be in it? So if this is the last thing that I'm going to do, how would I do it? Who would I be in it? And what you'll find if you ask that question, so say you're going for a walk, and if this were the last thing you were ever going to do, there would be no past to worry or to think about, feel bad about. There'll be no future to worry about. You would get totally present in that moment. So say, for example, you're having a walk in nature or on the beach. You would notice all of the colors. You would notice the beauty of the leaves and things that our minds don't normally notice when they're bombarded with all sorts of distractions. So if this were the absolute last thing we were going to do, we would be 100% involved in it. So even if it's, not even, but if you think of being with a family member, if that was the last thing you were going to do, you would be absorbed in that activity. The truth is that the past isn't here, or the future isn't here. They're just imaginations in the mind. They're pictorials in the mind. The moment that we're in is the only true moment that we have. So by practicing that exercise, it helps us to develop the skill of becoming present with what it is that we're actually doing. So give either or both of those exercises a try and enjoy all of the benefits that becoming present has to offer you.